Good evening, everyone. If everyone could please take their seats, we'll begin shortly. If everyone could please take their seats. All right. If everyone could please take their seats, and we will begin. All right, good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Good. My name is Clayton Castle, and I will serve as the MC for tonight's program. On behalf of the City of Middletown, it is my great honor to welcome you to tonight's State of the City address. This evening, we will gather not just to hear about progress and plans, but to celebrate our community, its spirit, its achievements, and its limitless potential. Now, tonight is about Middletown. It is about the milestones we've already reached and the momentum carrying us forward. It is about the neighbors, leaders, innovators, and everyday heroes whose work continue to make this city remarkable. And it is about looking ahead together, to imagine, to plan, and to build the Middletown of tomorrow. We will celebrate the exciting achievements that have shaped the past year. We will honor those who have gone above and beyond in service to our city, and we will look toward the vision of what Middletown can and will become. So sit back, be inspired, and join us in the celebration of our community. Together, let's honor the story of Middletown, past, present, and future. Now it is my privilege to begin this evening of recognition, reflection, and possibility. Posting tonight's colors, please welcome the Middletown Division of Fire and the Middletown Division of Police. Singing the national anthem tonight, we are excited to have with us the award-winning Middletown High School Purple Pizzazz Show Choir, led by director Joe Woodring. Thank you again to the Purple Pizzazz for being here. What a wonderful performance we had just now, and they'll be back later in the program as well. Now, a strong school district is the backbone of any thriving community, shaping the future through quality education, student success, and civic pride. It not only prepares our children academically, but also fosters unity, opportunity, and growth for families and neighborhoods alike. Now it's my honor to introduce to you the president of the Middletown School Board, Dr. Chris Urso, to give a State of the Schools update.
Thank you, Purple Pizzazz. You killed it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, friends and family. It's a privilege to stand before you tonight to share a story of where our schools are, where we are heading, and how together we are shaping a brighter future for the students in Middletown City Schools. Our schools are the heartbeat of this community, and the progress we have made this year reflects not just the work of our district, but the commitment of our parents, educators, and partners across the city. Let me begin with some important results from the most recent state report card. This year, 6 of our schools achieved an overall rating of 3 out of 5 or higher for the 2024-2025 school year. Amanda, Central Academy, Creekview, and Mayfield all earned an overall rating of 3. Middletown Middle School stood out with a 3.5, and Miller Ridge achieved an impressive rating of 4. These ratings reflect the dedication of our staff, the hard work of our students, and the ongoing support of our families and community partners. But let me be clear, we know more needs to be done academically to improve our district's overall standing. Progress is real, but so is the work still ahead of us. We are seeing steady, measurable growth in student learning. Over the past 5 years, district-wide math proficiency has risen by 11%, and reading proficiency has improved by 9%. These gains show that our strategies are working and that our students are building stronger academic foundations year after year. At the same time, we recognize challenges. Our most recent state report card reflects a decrease in early literacy scores. This does not change our direction, it reinforces it. We will stay the course, sharpen our crafts as educators, and work collectively to ensure every child has the tools and support they need to thrive. Another area of focus has been chronic absenteeism. One of our greatest challenges, but also one of the most encouraging signs of progress. During the 23-24 academic school year, 44.5% of our students were chronically absent, as reported by the state report card. For 24-25, that number decreased to 35.9%. That's an 8.6% improvement district-wide. A significant step forward. It means more students showing up, more students learning, and more students on the path to success. And why we celebrate that progress, we know attendance is the foundation of achievement. Through strong partnerships with families, community organizations, city leaders, we are determined to keep pushing that number down. We've also made transformative changes in how our schools are structured. At the end of last school year, we closed the Highview 6th grade center and gave that building a new purpose, repurposing it as the home of Central Academy. Beginning next year, the Early Learning Center will open at the former Central Academy site, giving our youngest learners a vibrant space for them to grow and thrive. And perhaps more importantly, our 7 elementary schools now serve students from kindergarten through 6th grade, allowing 6th graders to remain in their neighborhood schools. It strengthens bonds between teachers, families, and students, because when students learn close to home, they feel more connected, supported, and ready to succeed. Our district has also been investing wisely in the infrastructure that keeps our schools running. We are nearing completion of a brand new 26,000 square foot transportation and maintenance facility, a state-of-the-art hub designed to serve our fleet and our facilities with greater efficiency. This project is not just about bricks and mortar, it's about making sure our buses are safe, our facilities are cared for, and our students get to school every day ready to learn. We're scheduled to begin occupancy by October 30th, with demolition of the old site and paving work to follow in November. Soon every bus will once again operate from a modern, centralized site, reducing costs and improving daily operations. Of course, not all of our projects are behind the scenes. This summer, we made a highly visible and deeply meaningful investment at Barnett Stadium, where Chris Carter Field received brand new synthetic turf. The old surface had served us since 2014, and it was time for an upgrade. The new surface includes an extra layer of padded safety beneath the surface to protect our athletes and ensure the field remains a safe and dynamic gathering place for our community. This project, funded through our Permanent Improvement Fund, reminds us that school facilities are not just for students. They are places where the entire community come together to celebrate, to cheer, and to unite as Middletonians. Finally, I'd like to speak briefly about finances. Strong schools require strong stewardship. And I'm proud to say that our school district continues to show fiscal responsibility. This year, we reduced expenses by $2.2 million, with another $450,000 in reductions planned for next year, all achieved without cutting classroom opportunities for students. At the same time, we're preparing for challenges ahead. The federal government is restructuring how education grants are distributed while eliminating some important funding streams. This represents a potential loss of over $1 million annually to our district. We recognize that public education is facing strong headwinds, with many changes coming from the state and federal levels. These challenges are real, but so is our resolve. We will persevere, adapt, and continue to put the needs of our students first. Even with these uncertainties, I'm confident in our financial outlook. We are living within our means, we are planning carefully, and we remain in a strong position to adapt to the changes ahead while keeping our focus firmly on students. Friends, when I look across Middletown, I see progress. I see more students coming to school. I see schools better aligned to serve families. I see modern facilities being built. I see safe spaces for athletes to play, and a district that is financially strong and future-focused. But most importantly, I see a community that cares deeply about its children. None of this would be possible without the teachers who inspire, the parents who encourage, the partners who invest, and the students who show us every day what perseverance is. Together, we're not just improving our schools, we're building a stronger Middletown. We know there's more work to do, and we will not shy away from it. Thank you for your support, your partnership, and your belief in what we can achieve together. Thank you, and may we continue to work and move forward together. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Urso. Now for the main event. Elizabeth Slamka was elected mayor of Middletown in 2023 in her first ever run for public office. Since taking office, she has worked with the other 4 members of City Council to approve new developments all over town and initiate programs that are working to better and beautify Middletown. Mayor Slamka is a Middletown native, graduate of Bishop Fenwick High School, and the daughter of 2 of Middletown's favorite people, John and Vera Slamka. To give tonight's State of the City address, please welcome to the podium Middletown Mayor Elizabeth Slamka.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for taking the time to join us this evening to learn more and celebrate Middletown. And thank you, Mr. Castle, for that lovely introduction. I just want to also thank you for being here at our beautiful Middletown Event Center of Middletown. Before I begin the official State of the City address, where I will present some of the items the city has accomplished over the past year, some of what we are working on now, and some of what we look at for the future, I would like to take a few minutes to thank the people who made this event possible tonight. First, I thank and recognize the staff here at the Event Center of Middletown, led by Angie Smith and Antoinette Coleman. To pull back the curtain a little bit, the initial plan was to hold this year's State of the City address at the new Fire Department headquarters to celebrate that important investment in our city. However, due to sound and layout logistics, we needed to pivot and are so happy to be back here for a second year in a row. From setting the date to setting the stage, Angie and Antoinette made sure tonight's venue would look stunning once again. They not only achieved that goal, but exceeded it. I also give my immense gratitude and recognition to Clerk of Council Amy Skank, City Manager Ashley Combs, and Communications Manager Clayton Castle for all their hard work in planning and bringing to life tonight's State of the City address. It takes a solid team to produce an event like this, and I'm proud to say that Middletown has shining stars that work collaboratively to inform, educate, and engage the public. Mrs. Skank, Ms. Combs, Mr. Castle, thank you for keeping to that vision, ensuring every item was completed and making tonight possible. I will also pause to thank the Middletown Information Systems Department for taking care of the technology and recording needs tonight. As you might imagine, our Information Systems Department has been challenged since the city experienced a cybersecurity incident in August. However, the team has risen above the adversity with incredible resilience and grit. So thank you to Director Troy Anderton, Assistant Director Bill Cominos, Matt Smith, Bruce Terry, and Jamie Lopez. Now, to recognize the Middletown High School Purple Pizzazz Show Choir, led by Director Joe Woodring. When I first met this group of young people, I was moved by their kindness, their joy, their professionalism, their curiosity, and their talent. Their voices, they are being, and the gift of their gift under the leadership of Mr. Woodring is extraordinary. And I thank each of them for sharing with us and being here tonight. I also thank our Eddie Osborne, and also our president of the Middletown School Board, Dr. Chris Urso, for taking part in tonight's program. Thank you all for sharing your talents, wisdom, and inspiration with us. Additionally, I thank Monica Nenny and team for catering the delicious food and beverages tonight. If you haven't yet had some of their delicious food, please, I highly recommend it. And finally, I thank my entire family, especially my mother and father, Vera and John Slamka. They are a guiding light in my life in all that I do. They instilled in me the values of service, kindness, hard work, peace, and above all, love. I would not be the person or mayor that I am today without their example and words of encouragement and wisdom. Thank you. Tonight, I'm here to tell you that the state of our city continues to be on the rise. We are rising in ambition. We are rising in workforce and economic development. We are rising in hope for our future and our children's future. We are rising with potential. We are rising together. Yes, the city has faced challenges in the past year. Yes, the city has faced significant turnover in the past year. And yes, that adversity has at times made the city appear as though it teeters on uncertainty. What is certain is Middletown is resilient. And Middletown is strong in its resolve in making the city the community Middletonians of the present and future want to live, work, and play. Middletown is writing its next chapter with cranes rising through the sky, with ribbons being cut, and with parks opening to old and new families. In February, the City of Middletown wrote a new chapter with the elevation of longtime city employee Ashley Combs to the position of city manager. Ms. Combs has worked in the city for nearly a decade, rising through the ranks of city planner, development services director, assistant city manager, and now city manager. Ms. Combs is the youngest person to hold the position and only the second woman in the city's long history. And her work is recognized beyond the borders of Middletown, being named as a recipient of the Dayton Business Journal's 40 Under 40 Award. The city of Middletown is entering a new, exciting era under Ms. Combs' leadership, and I look forward to continuing to work with her to make Middletown a better place to live, work, and play. In June, we welcomed a new fire chief as well. Chief Brian Wright is a longtime veteran of the Middletown Division of Fire, taking over the reins from esteemed and respected Chief Tom Snively. Chief Wright brings a strong background in leadership and has already immersed himself in the community, attending multiple community events and even joining the Kiwanis Club of Middletown. Chief Wright brings a personable attitude to city management and is always willing to be a team player for the good of our city. Chief Snively handed some shiny new keys to Chief Wright as the Middletown Division of Fire completed its 4 new fire stations over the last several months. Tens of millions of dollars and years of planning, developing, and constructing led to this historic moment in time as the firehouses will be placed for community and fellowship for our heroic firefighters for generations to come. Also, the new firehouses are more accessible and friendly to women with different bathrooms and changing areas. If you have not yet visited the firehouses, Our firefighters are proud of their new buildings in the community, and Chief Wright or his team would love to take you on a tour. You will also have a grand opportunity to tour the two newest firehouses that opened their doors, Stations 81 and 85, at their open houses on Wednesday, October 8th at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. respectively. On a personal note, I found myself enamored with the tables in the kitchens of each of the firehouses. Each table was designed and specifically built for that station and brings a sense of merriment and a unique feel to a space where community and camaraderie is formed daily. As I mentioned earlier, though we were not able to hold tonight's celebration of Middletown at the new fire headquarters, we still wish to honor the fantastic work of the Middletown Division of Fire in this year that we celebrate the completion of the new firehouses. So, on your way out, please be sure to pick up one of these first aid kits. Outside, you will see the logo of Middletown, and inside, you will see a Middletown Division of Fire sticker, as well as first aid items in honor of our emergency medical services teams. Please accept this gift as a token of our thanks for your support over the past few years during the building of the new firehouses. It's not just the fire department doing fantastic work to keep our community safe and healthy. The Middletown Division of Police increased the number of police officers this year to 88, the highest it has been in a number of years. And this has increased visibility throughout the city. It's nearly impossible to drive from one end of the city to the other without passing a Middletown police cruiser. Their added visible presence brings an even better sense of security to our city, and I enjoy waving at our officers whenever I pass them to let them know how grateful I am for their work they do and the service they provide for all of us in Middletown. Middletown also invested in flock cameras, also known as automatic license plate readers, across the city, which has been a significant help to police investigations. This investment allows police to better locate vehicles in crime, for example. There is also a portable flock camera, which has been placed in various areas of the city, which you may have seen, including in our downtown. This has been shown to deter crime in the area just by the mere presence of the camera. It has been used this year at Governor's Square, Douglas Park, and at select events. In time, we expect to see the effect of the increased presence and flock cameras reflected in data that we can share in the future. Police will also soon have an increased presence on the east end of Middletown, as City Council voted to invest in transforming the old firehouse on Dixie Highway into a Middletown Police substation. This project will allow Middletown Police to cut down response times to that part of the city from more than 10 minutes from the city building to only 2 minutes or less. It will make policing more efficient and shows that the city is serious about safety. But public safety is only one part of building a stronger Middletown. Just as we are investing to keep our neighborhoods secure, we are also making bold moves to grow our economy and strengthen our community. This year marked another exciting chapter in Middletown's story, one filled with growth, opportunity, and renewed community spirit. First, let's talk about the I-75 corridor. Renaissance Point, the city's latest entertainment, dining, and living development, continues to be a transformative project that is moving from vision to reality. We've completed key infrastructure planning for this $200 million investment in our city, and site preparation is well underway. Located just beyond the I-75 overpass, Renaissance Point will not only bring new housing and retail, but it will also bring vitality back to an area that has been waiting for its renaissance. This is about creating a destination where families, businesses, and visitors all feel at home. In fact, 2 developments have already been confirmed for the Renaissance Point area. Popular fueling station and convenience store Sheetz was approved for development, as well as the first housing development led by Columbus-based Hallmark Communities. Hallmark was approved to build 288 apartments at Renaissance Point in what will be called Gateway Lofts. On the leisure and tourism front, the Monsoon Bay Water Park at the Atrium Family YMCA will soon be making waves. With 30-foot water slides, new bathhouses, and a state-of-the-art pool, children and adults will no longer need to leave Middletown to create these kinds of lasting memories. Expected to be finished in time for next summer, families will soon have a premier water adventure destination right here in our backyard. Monsoon Bay will not only bring fun and recreation, but also attract visitors from across the region. On the other side of the overpass, one of the most anticipated comebacks took place in the last few days with the opening of Middletown's new Chick-fil-A restaurant. Yes, It's located on Culbertson Road. Nearly everywhere I went during my mayoral campaign and meetings thereafter, when I asked residents what they would like to see in the city, one of the most popular responses was Chick-fil-A. I'm happy to say that residents can now hear the famous "my pleasure" phrase said right here in Middletown again. The iconic chicken restaurant located right next to the highway also allows motorists to enjoy the famous chicken chain's menu on their travels through Middletown. Now, onto the town mall. You may recall the survey and town halls the city provided regarding this development opportunity. I feel this is important to mention because in the past, residents have told us that they often feel like the people at the city building do not hear what they want for the city, so why should they participate in giving feedback? I'm happy to say that having heard this, the city has committed to collaborative work with residents to move our city forward, and the people are answering the call. Through the surveys and town halls, residents told us what they would like to see at the town mall site. City staff then included these concepts as part of the request for proposals to developers. This cornerstone property will soon be evolving into a modern mixed-use space. We are currently in the due diligence period with Midland Atlantic Properties to reimagine the space with a blend of retail, dining, family entertainment, and community areas. We are moving away from the mall of the past and toward a destination that serves the needs of today's Middletown, a place to shop, connect, and spend time with one another. Together, all of these projects tell a story. Middletown is investing in itself. We are building spaces along the I-75 corridor where people want to live, work, play, and stay. The momentum is here, and it is only getting stronger. Further into town, just past the Route 4 entrance into the city along Verity Parkway, the demolition of the paperboard building has been completed, with just the crushed aggregate left to remove. During this process, the city recognized concerns from nearby residents regarding dust from the site. City staff has since been diligently working to communicate transparently to our residents about the efforts to reduce and mitigate the dust and any other concerns. As for the site itself, we are excited for the potential of that land with a possible light industrial or commercial development in the future. The paperboard site is our southern welcome sign into the city, so we want to ensure what goes there will be welcoming, inviting, and exciting to visitors and residents. At the Middletown Regional Airport, students and teachers will soon finalize their move into the new $15 million Butler Tech Aviation Center. Only interior work remains on the collaborative project that will expand educational offerings in Butler Tech's aviation program to meeting the evolving skills and shifting demands of the flight and aviation industries. This facility will be vital in teaching of aviation maintenance, engineering, private piloting, and unmanned aircraft systems. Middletown is incredibly proud that Butler Tech chose our airport for this investment, which will officially open in January of this coming year. This year, we've continued to make historic investments to keep our parks thriving. Goldman Park, located at Roosevelt Boulevard and Highland Street, now has a brand new, fully accessible playground with equipment for children of all abilities, with upgrades to its ball fields on the way. Oakland Park, located at Baltimore Street and Fairmount Avenue, reopened this summer with new play equipment, fresh courts, pickleball, and a beautiful shelter. The celebration there reminded us that parks are more than concrete and swings. They're about joy, connection, and pride. Sherman Park on Sherman Avenue, just west of South Sutphin Street, also received a complete overhaul of its play equipment and basketball court. The city and its park board are incredibly proud to have partnered with Middletown Connect on these projects. Middletown Connect is Middletown's resident-led initiative to bolster community involvement and connect residents with those who are making city decisions, enabling those decisions to be made with our residents instead of just for them. This partnership of the city, park board, and Middletown Connect allowed for the engagement of the residents on the future of their parks. Residents provided incredible feedback, which was taken into account in the designing and planning of the renovation of both Oakland and Sherman parks. Again, this is important. Our residents got involved, came to consensus, and the park board, city staff, and city council listened to create what the residents of the neighborhoods had chosen for themselves. Middletown Connect is a vital asset to this community that allows for the opportunity to engage, inspire, and aspire for a brighter future together. We are thrilled with what we have been able to accomplish at our parks over the past year. And we're not slowing down. Douglas Park, nestled along Verity Parkway and Lafayette Avenue, and Damon Park, located on Pershing Avenue between Roslyn Drive and Morgan Street, are both getting upgrades within this coming year. Also in 2026, Middletown will welcome something brand new, a recreation area built right on top of the Main Street Basin. It will feature walking paths, a small stage for events, and a permanent ice rink that transforms into an outdoor roller skating rink or pickleball courts in the summer. These are not just park projects. These are investments in our quality of life. These are promises that every child will have a safe place to play and every neighbor a place to gather. To further the city's vision for sustainable and exciting economic development, the Middletown Port Authority entered into a partnership this year with the Butler County Finance Authority, or BCFA, led by former Hamilton City Manager Joshua Smith. The BCFA provides collaborative economic development tools to leverage in the city's commercial and industrial development and placemaking efforts. This exciting partnership will have lasting impacts in our business, entertainment, and development communities here in Middletown for years to come. Our fantastic paving levy continues to roll along. After starting the paving project in 2021, we are now at more than 250 street miles of street paving completed in the city of Middletown out of more than 600 total miles. In addition to roads covered by the paving levy, a state grant allowed for the repaving of State Route 122, which covered Roosevelt Boulevard from Jackson Lane to the Roosevelt University overpass. We still have many more roads to pave in the coming years, but we hope residents recognize the smooth feel of their morning commute or trip to the grocery store. Next, as we know, a strong city is built not only by bricks and mortar, but by the active participation of its people. Voting is the foundation of our democracy, and here in Middletown, every voice matters. Local elections shape our neighborhoods, our schools, and our shared future. I encourage each of you, whether you've lived here your whole life or have just arrived, to register, to learn about the issues and candidates, and to cast your ballot on November 4th for City Council and School Board. The deadline to register to vote is October 6th. You can register to vote and learn more about this election by visiting the Butler County Board of Elections office in Hamilton or online at elections.bcohio.gov. Civic engagement isn't just about voting day. It's about showing up and working together for the good of our city. City residents, business owners, and stakeholders show up in many ways, including taking surveys and attending town halls. Most recently, in our downtown, we issued a survey on an exciting refresh of our downtown area, collaborated with stakeholders through a downtown refresh working group, and very soon, a request for qualifications, or an RFQ, will be released for bid to developers regarding these parts of our downtown. This RFQ, worked on in collaboration between the city, residents, and stakeholders, in conjunction with the vision of BCFA, will provide a clearer picture of a new vision for downtown. The survey that was conducted on the future of the Manchester and Sunshine buildings is complete. Though the Middletown cyber incident put a wrench in the timing of some of our plans, we look forward to tabulating the results from the survey to have an even clearer picture of what residents may wish to see in those two locations in the future. Any opportunity to engage the community is a win for Middletown. Our process of engagement has even won praise from leaders and stakeholders in neighboring communities, wishing their communities might do the same. I am thrilled that Middletown is beginning to be recognized as a trailblazer and leader in resident city communications. And this spirit of community shows in investments we are making in our people. Earlier this year, we proudly contributed $10,000 to the Middletown Musical Arts Club, ensuring our young performers have the resources they need to grow in their craft. This followed a donation of $10,000 to the Middletown Marching Band, who proudly represented our city on a national stage, performing for the inauguration of Vice President and Middletown native J.D. Vance. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these talented students, and it's a moment that put Middletown's pride and talent in front of the entire nation. This year, City Council also invested in the Sorg Opera House and the Middletown Arts Center, both incredible arts and entertainment landmarks in Middletown. At the Sorg, which first opened its doors in 1891, hundreds of people attend concerts, benefits, theatrical productions, movie showings, and much more throughout the year. The revitalization of that iconic staple continues, and the city is proud to be a part of the Sorg legacy. As for the Middletown Arts Center, which opened in 1957, Art exhibits and classes for all ages take place throughout the week, and events on the ground and in the building throughout the year, bringing artists and art enthusiasts from around the tri-state area into Middletown to enjoy this artistic gem. My father took classes there as a young man. My sisters and I took classes there as children and adults, so I have firsthand knowledge and experience of the draw this art center brings from across the region into Middletown. The City of Middletown also directed $60,000 to the Community Building Institute, also known as CBI, supporting programs that strengthen families, improve neighborhoods, and create opportunities for all. CBI provides essential after-school programming for kids of all ages, allowing for the opportunity to grow in a safe learning environment. CBI is a vital asset to this community and one that the city would not allow to fall on an adverse situation. If you haven't been to CBI's annual fundraising concert called Middletown Rocks, please consider it. It is one of my favorite nights of the year in Middletown, watching community and civic leaders put their talents and performing chops towards a good cause. I was honored to participate in 2024, and though she's not present here this evening, I would like to recognize Middletown Health Commissioner Jackie Phillips Carter, who won 2 awards at the event this year for her amazing and generous fundraising efforts, raising more than $6,000 for CBI. Congratulations, Jackie. Somebody text her. This event comes at a pivotal time for CBI as the renovation and expansion project of the Robert Sunny Hill Community Center, in which they are housed, nears completion. This monumental $6.7 million revitalization, supported in part by a generous $3.5 million contribution from the Butler County Commissioners, will almost double the size of the current 83-year-old facility. The project includes a brand new regulation gymnasium with retractable bleachers, upgraded bathrooms, refreshed windows, gutters, exterior painting, as well as a complete interior overhaul featuring new flooring, ceilings, walls, modernized electrical systems, and updated HVAC. This enhanced facility will serve the Middletown community in new and expanded ways, providing additional office space, improved community resources, and a state-of-the-art gathering place for youth, family, and residents across the city. Middletown City Council, on behalf of our residents, also made a significant investment of over $450,000 over the next 5 years in Premier Health's CareFlight Air and Mobile Services program. CareFlight delivers rapid critical care transport via both helicopter and ground mobile intensive care units for severely injured or ill patients. The program serves over 450 agencies across 17 counties, providing access to vital care for all Middletonians. The purchase of a new CareFlight helicopter, which totals about $13.5 million, was needed to maintain critical care transportation during emergencies. Making this investment will undoubtedly save lives in our community, while hopefully also inspiring other communities to give generously to this vital asset. These investments are not just financial. They are investments in our identity, our youth, and our civic life. When we make these investments, when we support one another, and when we use our voices, Middletown becomes not just a place on the map, but a community with a heartbeat. In 2025, we brought back 2 popular programs that began last year, the Home Improvement Repair Program and the Trash Bash. Over the summer, we accepted applications for the Home Improvement Repair Program, offering up to $5,000 in free home repair funding for qualifying owner-occupied single-family homes. Funded through the Community Development Block Grants for low and mid-income residents, the program requires no matching funds and focuses on bringing properties into code compliance. When one house on the block improves, it has a ripple effect, with the people all down the block wanting to beautify their properties as well. The program represents an investment in Middletown's neighborhoods, helping preserve housing, boosting property values, and strengthening community pride. The Trash Bash also returned, allowing residents an opportunity to do their part in cleaning up Middletown. The 3 designated locations accepted trash, tires, and much more. Bless you. The Trash Bash is part of the City of Middletown's continued commitment to beautifying our neighborhoods in an effort to make Middletown a better place to live, work, and play. We have also invested resources in our storytelling and communication initiatives. Led by Communications Manager and tonight's Master of Ceremonies, Clayton Castle, the Middletown Now newsletter is reaching a new subset of our population. those with limited access to or interest in internet or technology. In communication and engagement, it is critical to meet people where they are to ensure vital information is being consumed by people of all needs and lifestyles. It is also nice for our visitors to go to our local businesses and peruse the 8-page glossy write-up of news and information about our city. Inspired by the election of Middletown native J.D. Vance to the vice presidency, a new emphasis has been placed on celebrating Middletown's success stories. This new initiative was highlighted by the return of Kayla Harrison to Middletown, just weeks after winning her first Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, belt. Ms. Harrison was celebrated at a rally at Middletown High School in July in front of more than 2,000 people. Among other evening highlights, she sat down for a live podcast interview with Mr. Castle. Then I had the distinct honor of presenting her with the proclamation and key to the city. It was an enjoyable night that brought our city and community together to put on a party in celebration of one of our own. And Ms. Harrison stayed until well past midnight, signing autographs for every single person who wanted one. This generous gift of herself and her time bears witness to how much she loves Middletown and the important role this city has played in her success. Our city is only as strong as the people who bring it to life. And this year, we welcomed one of our own back home to lead and support community events. In July, City Council approved the hiring of Callie Fisher as Middletown's new Community Projects Coordinator. A proud Middletown native, Callie is leading the planning of many beloved traditions, from Family Fall Fest to Movies in the Park, while introducing fresh ideas to our growing calendar of public events. With more than a decade of experience in event coordination, community engagement, and strategic communication, Callie has the skills, the creativity, and the hometown heart to help our city shine. If you have the pleasure of being at an event with her, like tonight, she's right over there in the corner, please stop by, introduce yourself, and join me in welcoming her to the city. Ms. Fisher's first event was a somber one of honor and remembrance. On Saturday, September 13th, Middletown hosted the first ever 9/11 ceremony and 5K at Woodside Cemetery. The solemn gathering honored the lives lost and their heroism shown by our first responders on September 11th, 2001. The fire department honor guard presented. The national anthem was performed live and so beautifully. And we observed the ceremonial ringing of the 4 5s, a time-honored tribute to fallen firefighters and first responders. Following the ceremony, the community walked and ran together in a commemorative 5K. This event was not about just looking back. It was about standing together, shoulder to shoulder, as a city that honors, respects, and unites. As Americans, not only is September 11th a reminder of the importance of service and what we can become when we join together to serve unconditionally, but also of who we are. We are, each one of us, in our beautiful uniqueness, all Americans. And with America celebrating a significant birthday next year, I am proud to share that Middletown has been officially designated as an America 250 city, joining communities across Ohio in preparation to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States in 2026. This honor places Middletown on the national stage as we reflect upon our shared history, look ahead to the next chapter of the American story, and honor the inspired principles that united us in the first place, like brotherly love, individual responsibility, in which every person accepts the individual responsibility for the survival of the whole, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, reflecting the idea of unity among diversity, and one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For it is within unity that true strength is found, even as an individual part of an entire world society. Over the coming months, we will work with local partners and organizations to plan events and projects that showcase our heritage, our extraordinary diversity, and our enduring spirit. Middletown is not only celebrating America's milestone, we are also celebrating our own role in that story. Anyone connected to Middletown knows of our rich steel history. In 2026, we will celebrate 125 years of one of the largest steel mills in the country, now called Cleveland Cliffs. Whether you remember the steel mill as Armco, AK Steel, or Cleveland Cliffs, it is undeniable the impact the steel industry has had on our community and our culture. It is ingrained in our identity, and as we look forward to our city's future, we are excited that steel will remain in Middletown for generations to come. Middletown is a city with a proud past and a bold future. We face challenges that would test any community: economic shifts, industrial changes, and the trials that come with growth and transformation. Yet every time, Middletown chose to rise. We are a community that meets adversity with grit, and we turn obstacles into opportunities. Looking forward to 2026, the City of Middletown is ready to embark on two significant initiatives that will lay the groundwork for a positive and transformative vision of the city for generations to come. First, the Middletown planning staff, led by City Planner Claire Fetters-Binniger, is updating the Middletown Development Code in collaboration with Gibbons Planning Group. This update will bring the development code into alignment with current city ordinances, as well as implement the Destination Middletown Comprehensive Plan with the possibility for so much more. While it is not a total overhaul, it will build upon the last update done in 2018. This process will take about 12 to 14 months to complete, with plenty of community engagement that is becoming a hallmark of our city. In fact, the first community workshop for this update is being held right here at the Event Center of Middletown at 6 p.m. on Thursday, October 2nd. We invite you to join us and share your ideas. In January, City Council, in coordination with city staff, will commence developing the new strategic plan for the city that will be implemented beginning in 2027. This will provide several opportunities for community engagement as we decide what we want our city vision to be over the next 3 to 5 years. We would like you to approach these engagement opportunities with honesty, thoughtfulness, and excitement as we chart our path into the future. Please, get your families involved. Ask your children for their opinions and ideas. Have them fill out a survey, because when it comes out, for the children's dreams do really matter, and their ideas are often bold, inclusive, filled with the all-important ingredient of love, and very fun. We are proud of this next step, and we thank you for your participation. In the last few years, we have had to work through some issues and some disputes, and there will always be disputes because there will always be differing points of view. The measure of our growth is in how we move through these events together. In the last few years, we have seen investments in our neighborhoods, new businesses opening their doors, and projects like Renaissance Point and the revitalization of the town mall bringing new energy and optimism to our city. We've improved infrastructure, strengthened public safety, increased communications to and from the city building and residents, and expanded opportunities for families, students, and entrepreneurs alike. These are not just policy wins. They are the result of a community pulling together in the same direction, refusing to let setbacks define us. And there is always more to be done. Our greatest accomplishment is not in the bricks we lay, nor in the roads we pave, though these are certainly important. Our greatest accomplishment is in the people who call Middletown home. Every volunteer who shows up to clean up, every public servant who answers a call, every teacher who inspires a student, every small business owner who believes in our future, every resident who smiles at and welcomes a new neighbor, every child that invites the new kid at school to play. You are the reason the city thrives. When we celebrate Middletown, we celebrate all of you. And as we look ahead, we do so with the confidence of a community that has proven time and again that no challenge is greater than our resolve. The state of the city is on the rise. The state of the city is you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. So before we close out, I want to give a quick anecdote about the Middletown Purple Pizzazz Show Choir. Now, admittedly, I'm not a Middletown native, but I did hear about the show choir before I married my Middletown native wife and moved here. How? Well, you all might remember this, but in 2016, the Chicago Cubs were in the World Series against the Cleveland Indians. And Fox showed a clip of the Middletown High School Purple Pizzazz Show Choir featuring former member Kyle Schwarber. So I figure, you know, if one of the show choir alums is a Major League Baseball All-Star, I think I'm in for a good show. So let's welcome the Middletown Purple Pizzazz one more time to close us out. Let's give it up one more time for the Purple Pizzazz. Thank you all again for being here tonight. As the mayor mentioned, this is what civic engagement is all about. Being here, being present, and taking part in our community. Now, as a reminder, be sure to pick up your first aid kit in the back on your way out as a token of our appreciation for all that you do for the city. Thank you, good night, and drive safe.